I've had this internal GPS that has guided me since the beginning. This compass steered me towards the saddle shoes instead of sparkly jellies, to plaid instead of pink, to G.I. Joes instead of Barbies. I was building Lego sets and playing with swords and imagining I was every Ninja Turtle. I had no desire for lacy socks or bows in my hair. I wanted to play rough and get dirty with the boys. For my first haircut, I traded in my long blonde hair for a bowl cut. I didn't understand this desire that was swirling and twirling around in me, but I did know that it had me daydreaming about my girlfriends and my dance teacher and my soccer coach and the girl down the street and Janet Jackson and Kirsten Dunst and my brother's girlfriends and my babysitters. And just about any girl who sparked my intrigue. I was fascinated with the feminine and also extremely frightened because I already knew there was something different about being a girl who liked girls. I never saw a girl with another girl like that. I had learned from church and TV and books and from all the moms and dads that girls are supposed to be with boys. But as I fumbled through an early puberty, I found that as I grew tall, I also grew hormones. And these sexual feelings I had for girls didn't go away. They just grew and got more intense. My heart pounded in my chest every time I saw her. My desire was so strong, it hurt to be around her. I was like a pressure cooker in her presence about to explode. I was in love with my best friend. And I had to tell her my truth. I had to come out. The night that I gave her the letter, I was so nervous. I sweat through 2 layers of shirts and paper towels I had shoved into my armpits. I was shaking and thought I may puke as I handed her the crumpled piece of paper. Time froze and I felt the pulse in my neck, and I tried to slow my breath while I watched her read my words. After for what seemed like hours, she looked up at me and smiled, and she told me she didn't like me like that. But she wanted to stay friends. I felt my heart break a little bit in that moment, but I tried to play it cool with a smile and a joke. I turned away, wiping the tears that were beginning to fall down my cheeks, trying to hide my shame and my distress. The next day at school, my worst nightmare came true. My stomach churned as I was called into the counselor's office from class. Every cell in my body told me to run as I opened up that door and I saw the lineup of people awaiting my arrival. My principal, my counselor, my best friend, and the girl she confided in were all there awaiting my arrival. Turns out my letter had gotten into the wrong hands and became a hot topic for the students and the faculty. Instead of them educating me about my sexuality or offering me resources, they drilled me with personal questions. I felt myself sink lower in the seat with every question. I denied everything like a broken record. No, 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 I didn't. No, 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 I am not. They told me that if I continued to act on these urges, there would be larger consequences. And these inappropriate behaviors must stop now. I walked out of that office totally mortified. I felt the shame wash over me like a hot shower of yuck. I had never been more humiliated in my life, and I was disgusted with myself. As I cowered by a group of boys and they yelled faggot, I knew that I had to protect myself, and I had to protect my sexuality. I had to ditch my baggy jeans and my polo shirts and trade them in for tight, pants and tube tops. I had to stop looking like the boys and start dating them. And so I did. And as the makeup went on and I started kissing the opposite sex, the bullying stopped and the rumors melted away. I tried everything. I mean, everything that I could do to keep my feelings for women at bay. But an innocent kiss from a friend reminded me of an undeniable deep truth. As her wet, soft, juicy lips grazed across my mouth, my entire physiology informed me I am hardwired for the feminine. My heart and my body were like wild animals, caged in captivity for far too long. I had to come out. So I wrote a letter and I struggled with it for days, barely able to eat or sleep. I knew it was time when my boyfriend initiated sex and my body and my yoni shut down in resistance. I pulled away and I pulled out the letter. I felt the familiar flood of adrenaline rush through my body. It was the first time I said the words out loud. I'm a lesbian. Kaylee was my first girlfriend. It was so hard sitting next to her at the family dinner table, not being able to hold her hand or kiss her mouth. I knew it was time to come out again. I was in the kitchen washing dishes with my mom, and the words vomited out of my mouth faster than my mind could speak. Mom, Kaylee isn't just my friend, she's my girlfriend. Oh, shit. I just said it. I felt my entire body retract and my nervous system start to panic. Tears welled up in my mom's eyes, and then she was still for a moment. And then she opened up her arms to receive me in her embrace. My mouth fell to the floor. My racing heart stopped pounding and started to break. I had prepared myself for the worst. And here my family was supporting me. I was overtaken with grief. I felt the heat of anger and the shock of surprise as my knees buckled and I fell to the ground. I reluctantly succumbed to the painful realization that I have missed out on years of support and connection. I spent all morning grieving deeply, crying over the awareness of all the moments of intimacy that I've missed out on because I thought something was wrong with me. My whole body ached like never before as I realized the impact of these beliefs and all the pain and all the struggle they've caused in my life. These hot tears, as painful as they felt, were cleansing me to my core, reminding me of my strength and my mission, that I am beautiful and my love is worthy, that I can do this and I can love myself through this. Because I have to come out for the rest of my life.